Hello, everybody. I am so happy to be making this video because, yes, indeed, Leagues 5 is coming to old school RuneScape, and it's a lot sooner than you might expect. Leagues 5 Raging Echoes will be coming late November 2024, which is like just over 2 months away. That's absolutely crazy. That is, I think, the shortest turnover time we've had from a previous leagues, which is just so exciting. That means more leagues for all of us to enjoy. I really feel like this also sort of hints that we might start to expect leagues every single year on a somewhat regular schedule, kind of like how Dead Man Mode happens in the summer every year. Now, for some of the new stuff you can expect in Leagues 5, there is an initial blog going over some of the changes and the format of Leagues 5. Keep in mind, though, that things can change as we get closer to the release date. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of updates, and don't worry, I'll have you guys covered with lots of videos pretty much as soon as they come up. Now, if you've never played Leagues before, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Basically, it's a separate server that opens up for a limited time. In this case, it's going to be 6 weeks. Everybody's going to be starting fresh as an Iron Man, so you're going to have to get all your own stuff, but there's going to be boosted experience rate, boosted drop rates, and a bunch of other quirks and gimmicks that sort of change the way that you approach the game. One of the big things moving forwards with Leagues is that it seems like the whole system of area restrictions is going to be a mainstay part of Leagues. And in this case, it's going to be just like the Trailblazer format. You're going to be starting with Mistalin and Karumja, and then you'll be able to unlock 3 additional areas between, the rest of the world. And this will include Varlamore as an extra region. So that's even more choices to select from. And right now it says that you can only pick 3 additional. Again, we'll see if that changes or not, but yeah, that's going to be some pretty tough picks. And while I don't know for sure, it seems that with Relics, we're going to be having, again, the similar Trailblazer format where you're going to have a selection between tiers. I don't think they're going to be doing the Shattered Relics where you basically had access to all of them and you could mix and match. This is going to be, you have 3 choices, pick one, good luck, and then have fun arguing about it online to see who, made the right choice or not. And the fun part about Leagues is there's almost never really a wrong choice. It's just kind of whatever you have the most fun doing. For rewards, the static point thresholds for trophies is going to be coming back, so you're not going to have to compete with people at the last minute playing chicken, trying to get into, whatever cup you think you belong in. Now, so far, you might realize that this really just sounds pretty safe. It's just Trailblazer all over again, and honestly, that's probably fine for a lot of you. However, there are some new changes coming for Leagues 5 that I think are really going to alter the game in some very exciting ways. First up, Combat Masteries. This is going to be a new progression system that is going to complement your relics to give you control of your combat and your battle buffs, basically. Just like relics, you'll be progressing your combat masteries and unlocking new powers and new effects that are going to change your combat skills. We really don't know much about this, but I am so excited for the system because I think it's going to be a really cool way to kind of give you a lot of control and customization over how you want to specialize your combat styles without simply devoting yourself to melee, ranged, or magic. I really hope we see something like a traditional MMO talent tree system where you have a lot of different options and nodes to pick from. And this is going to really allow you to create a lot of cool hybrid builds that allow you to play around with a lot of different bosses, because I'm sure a lot of you have played a melee build before and then you get to Kriara, which you can't attack with melee, and it feels really damn bad. I really hope that this allows people to specialize in one style or kind of go for a more all-around build instead. And the feature I'm most excited for are the Echo boss variants. Every single zone will have an enhanced boss with new mechanics that you'll have to kind of learn and adapt to. This is going to be such a cool way to bring some of those old bosses that have definitely not aged well over time kind of up to a more modern standard and, actually add a little bit of difficulty that's not just eat food when you take a lot of damage. In Leagues 4, they tried this with like hard mode versions of some of the raids, and I don't think it was really all that successful, but because this seems like the main core feature of Leagues 5 and the rest of the format is already pretty established from Trailblazers, I hope that this is where a lot of the attention goes to create some really new combat encounters that are just going to feel very fresh and be exciting to get back out there and learn. I mean, come on, imagine going to like Calfight Queen and there's just completely new mechanics that you're going to have to figure out on the spot. And speaking of the Calfight Queen, enhanced bosses will also drop completely brand new items that have never been seen before. So there's going to be a new ranged weapon that competes with best in slot gear from the Calfight Queen. And I mean, that's just crazy. Together with the combat masteries and the variety that you'll be able to experiment with there, I really feel like this is going to open up a ton of different routes and pathing where, you're almost going to be able to create like a build instead of sort of a designated route that you're going for based on whatever combat style you chose. Again, we don't know these items, we don't know these combat masteries yet, but I'm so excited to see how all of this blends together to create a really fresh new system that kind of allows you to go anywhere you want and take on any boss you want. Personally, I'm just so excited to roll up to some of these bosses completely blind without looking up any of the mechanics and then just dying to something that I've never ever seen before. That's just going to be so much fun. In addition, they've also said that all 3 of the raids will be able to drop all 3 of the mega rare weapons. This means that if you really wanted a twisted bow, but you don't want to do Chambers of Zarek, well, guess what? You can go and do Theater of Blood now, and you can get a twisted bow from there as well. So as long as you unlock a single raids region, you'll have access to all 3 of the mega rare weapons. That is amazing. And I really feel like some hybrid damage builds are just going to be so awesome here when you have access to a much bigger variety of weapons as opposed to a designated combat style. I absolutely cannot wait to see all the theory crafting and all the ideas that emerge once we get more information, and I just can't wait to share that with you guys as well. Of course, we're going to be getting some new relics, some new tasks, and some amazing new rewards for you to enjoy that you'll be able to purchase with your league points. Don't forget that you'll also be able to buy previous leagues rewards as well if you missed that last year or any of the leagues before. They've teased this new Venator bow ornament kit with these masks, and I think it looks really cool. I'm a big fan of like the blue and purple tints. I'm just very excited to see all the other rewards coming out. And unfortunately, while I'd love to talk about leagues for hours, that's kind of all the information that we have right now, and I can only speculate on what else is coming. I'll definitely have more information, out on the channel. A lot of focus on leagues coming up to the release date. So hopefully you guys are just as excited about Leagues 5 as I am. I can't wait to see you guys back in Leagues in November. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and let me know what part of Leagues 5 you're most excited about below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.